What's up YouTube, Kabo's Adventures here. So today in this video, tonight as I should say, just gonna talk about everything hunting wise that I done today. So first, Grandpa went out of town. It's September 6th, 2025, opening day for deer season. This video might be posted a little late just because I can't upload all of them at once, so because I'll have them glitching and it just won't work, and then it's a video I can't redo. So but yeah, Grandpa went out of town for opening day. He left yesterday and arrived yesterday and everything. It's like a 2-hour drive. But yeah, he went out of town, so I had to go over to our house, take care of the dogs, do all that kind of stuff. Feed, water them, take them outside, let them use the bathroom, all of that. So yeah, we done that, came back down here, went to this hardware store that's down here. That was a kind of a fiasco, but not really at the same time. Just kind of miscommunication, basically. So my grandma told me that they should have salt blocks down there. So of course I want to go stop in, get one and everything, do all that. So I walked in. For some reason, I went straight down aisle 3. Now, the reason I say that, you'll see why as I continue to talk, so just listen and you'll see why. So, walked in, me and my girlfriend walked in, went right down aisle 3, looked, didn't see nothing. So I just walked back up to the counter. I said, hey, I was wondering, I said, do you all have any hunting stuff, like salt blocks and stuff for deer? And he went, yeah, go check in aisle 3. If it's not there, well, we should have some in the barn. So I'm like, okay. So I walk off, go to aisle 3. I'm like, oh, I was just in this aisle. So when I went in, I went straight to that aisle, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. And then, so I went back, checked in aisle 3, just to make sure I didn't overlook it, this is when I got to the beginning of the aisle and realized this is the aisle I just walked down. So, I'm like, well, maybe I overlooked it. So I walked down through there, looked over everything, like 3 or 4 times through the aisle. Didn't find it. So I went outside, told my grandma, I said, yeah, they ain't got none, because I wasn't aware of where the barn was that they was talking about. So, okay, maybe it's a new guy, something, he misunderstood something, whatever. So my grandma said, go ask him. So I'm like, well, I don't know why I didn't think of that. So I walked in. Of course, now that I am kind of like needing something, now there's 4 or 5 people in line. So nothing against them, but just worse timing. So I'm standing there waiting. This guy walks in front of us and he goes, what was it? Oh, he went, yeah, can I help you all with something? I said, yeah. I said, I was just wondering. I said, I was just in here over the hunting salt blocks. I said, I went down aisle 3, didn't see none. I said, where exactly is the barn that is here? And then the guy behind the cash register, which is the guy I talked to, he went, not a barn, a building. And I'm like, oh, okay. Which I'm sitting there thinking, you said a barn, so I wasn't really aware that it was a building. I'm looking for a small shed or a barn or something like that. I wasn't aware that it's like a factory looking building. That's not a barn. But anyways, I just, what was it that I said? Literally just happened then, I can't remember. Oh, I just said, oh, okay, well, yeah, the building. And he went, oh, yeah, I take care of the salt blocks and everything. He said, was you wanting one? I said, I'm gonna figure out the price on them, but yeah, I said, do you happen to know the price? And he said, no. I'm like, oh, okay. So, okay, just go through the line. Of course, waiting, finally get up to the cash register, and the guy goes, yeah, can I help you again? I said, yeah. I said, what's the price I'm looking at for the salt block? And mind you, it's a 50-pound salt block, so I'm thinking $20, $30 for it. He says 12, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take it. And then he goes, well, it's $12.98. I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take that. Because Walmart, they sell like the little 1 pound or 5 pound or something block that's like this, about that thick. Why would I spend $6 on that when I can get a 50-pound one for 12? That's what, 45. Yeah, that's, well, I lost my train of thought here. Well, yeah, you all can do the math. You all will realize that was better off going ahead and getting the 50-pound one, because I'm only, okay, that's what it is. I'm getting 45 more pounds for double the price. So I'm good with that. If it was if they're 5 pound, whatever. I know they're no more than 5 pound though. So yeah, I said, yeah, that's no brainer. Let's go do it. So he said, pull around to the side of the building, the barn, or the building's over there. I'm like, oh, okay. Still wasn't aware exactly where, but when I walked outside, he was already standing out there because I had to pay the cashier and everything. And yeah, after that, everything went good. I just pulled around there because I was driving. My grandma was in the car because I've only got my permit, so I still have to have a licensed driver in the car. But pulled around there, got out. He had gloves and stuff on, so he said he would throw it in the back or wherever I wanted it. I said, yeah, in the back's fine. Throw it in the middle seat on that sheet, because we had a sheet in the car because it's leather seats. So sitting in it in the summer, it's hot. So we put a sheet over the back seats and stuff, and then had I think my grandma had like a small blanket just to cover the back part. But yeah, and I said, yeah, just throw it on that sheet, and that'll work. So he does. We go to the store, do everything we need to do, go back to my grandma's. So it's probably 11 o'clock at this time. So we get to my grandma's. I immediately want to go put the block out. So we go down, looking, finally found the spot. It's not real close to the fence line, but it's pretty close. It's probably 10, 15 yards from the fence line. So, but the people who's owns that other property and the property next door, it's something they're working on, and there's never ever anybody over there, which I'm still not crossing the property line regardless anyone's in either place or not. So I'm just law abiding with it. So I'm just not gonna do anything I shouldn't. Nor will I ever with anything. There's just no need in it, really. I don't understand why people do some of the stuff they do, but it's none of my business. So I'm not innocent by any means, because I've done stuff in my past, and yeah. But anyways, back to the main subject. We went down to the property line, all that. Finally found a nice flat spot, because it's a hill, and it comes down to a creek, and then just starts up another hill. So we found the flat spot in it, and here and there when we got a couple good rain, when we got a good rain or two, or it's been a steady rain for a full day or something, that creek will rush and have water in it. It don't really rush to the point where they couldn't drink out of it until probably 5 or 6 full days of raining. Or no, not that long. Probably 3 or 4 full days of raining. But it is a small creek and everything. So it also does depend on how much it does rain in the first 1 or 2 days. But yeah, so they got a little watering spot right there, so I figured it was the best spot. I put it right up on the flat spot. There's a little hill from the bank, and then it comes up and levels out. It's from where the spot I found that I want to sit, that I had broken limbs and stuff in front of me for some sort of cover right there, which I'm thinking about taking maybe wood or something and building just like something little I can sit in and use the wall for a rest. I don't know yet. Something I might do, I don't know yet. But yeah, so went down, went up the other side, finally found that spot. Just trimming, cutting, doing all that, cleared out about a 5-foot section on each side of the block. Then I eventually moved the block over, took out one more bush, and finally called it good. Which that was all me cutting and everything. I don't think I got any of it on video. I don't know. My girlfriend was recording, so she may have picked up on some of it. I don't know. But it was her first time ever recording, so yeah. But I think she done good, so. And then cleared that spot out. Wasn't really too noisy, so I told her, I said, we'll go back up, change into our hunting clothes, come back down and set up. So she's like, okay, that'll work. Which she's not able to hunt yet. She can go with, but she's not allowed to shoot because she don't have her hunting license. She still has to go through the online safety course and then go to the in-person thing. So yeah, she's still got all that stuff to do, and then she's gonna be hunting. She did say she is going to do it, so her mind might change, it might not. Teenage girl brain, you never know. But anyways, yeah, so she cleared the spot out, folded all the little small bushes down in front of us, and ended up working out good. Nothing did come in, which they don't travel through that spot all the time, but enough to where they've got a good worn down to the dirt trail down through there. I think they travel it more at night than anything. I'm not for sure though. So, I don't know. I'm probably not going to put a camera out, just whatever stumbles by. And if it's a good buck and I end up going back, or if it's a good buck and I end up shooting it, finding it, confirm kill, call to tag it in, do all that stuff, and I end up going back to sit for those and a bigger buck steps out, it's gonna make me a little sick to my stomach. Won't lie. But also depends on how much bigger, all of that. But yeah, it'll just kind of suck, but at the same time, that's the thrill of not setting up a trail camera and knowing what you have there. But yeah, we set up, never did see anything, which I joked around before we went down there to hunt. I said, I know what's going to happen. I said, not going to take my shotgun, and there's going to be squirrels everywhere. Can't shoot them because I ain't got my shotgun. I said, with us taking the bow, we're not going to see no deer now. I said, but if we didn't take the bow and took the shotgun, we'd see no deer or no squirrels and see all kinds of deer. So I just figured, go ahead, take the bow, go deer hunt. Opening day, so why not? Was kind of hoping to kill one for opening day first with the compound bow, but didn't get the chance. Would have worked out perfect because I actually had a video work today, so yeah, it just would have worked out perfect. But didn't happen, so that's fine too. It's just the thrill of the hunt. So yeah, we sat there, we got done cutting and then getting dressed, and then got into the woods at about 12ish or 1, and then we left at like 6 or 6:30. I only got like a 5 or 6 minute video though, because there wasn't nothing going on, like at all. We saw a bunch of squirrels, and then sitting there for 20 or 30 minutes, they all went away and nothing after that. But in the video, you can hear the squirrels in the background. I'm pretty sure. Don't mark my words on it because they weren't right above us. They were kind of scattered out everywhere. We didn't have none that was directly above us or none of that. They were all kind of off to the left, out in front of us everywhere, to the right, behind, just everywhere around. But yeah, we sat till, like I said, it was probably like 6:30. Never did see the first deer, but yeah, great set. It's all about the memories and stuff, just having a good time, not necessarily about getting a deer, none of that, just memories and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the video. Yeah, just now I will say there is going to be a whole lot more hunting stuff on here now that deer season's back, because I'll be going. But I am going to try to even it out with Warzone videos, Fortnite videos, Hunter Call of the Wild videos, something else besides hunting, because I don't want to make it just about one thing. I want to make it about everything. That's why it's the second part of the channel name is Ventures. I thought about it, and I might make a strictly hunting channel, but I don't like or a hunting and fishing channel. I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. But yeah, if I do, I'll let you all know, and you all can head over to that. But for this video, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to lay down. I'm getting tired. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. Yeah. So stay tuned for more content, and hope you all like and subscribe. And make sure you all hit that notification bell so you can get alerted every time I post a video. Without further ado, though, I think that's about it. Cabo's Adventures is out.